Ever catch a kid like really listening to a new word? They're like little language ninjas soaking it all up.
It really is amazing, isn't it?
Totally. And it got me thinking, especially with all the talk about raising bilingual kids these days, like what's really going on in those little brains? Luckily, you listeners sent in some great stuff.
Yeah, I'm seeing some fascinating articles and tips here.
Exactly. So today we're diving deep into this whole bilingual superpower thing. 5 tips for raising bilingual children. Ring a bell.
Oh, absolutely. That's a classic.
Right. Classic for a reason,
Huh?
but we're going beyond the surface? Okay, so tip number 1, start early. Kind of a no-brainer, right? Like, younger they are, the easier it is.
It really is more than just a saying, though. Early on, a child's brain, it's primed for this. There are these specific areas like Broca's area, Wernicke's area,
Whoa, those are some serious brain words.
the language centers, basically. And in kids, they're super flexible. So picking up multiple languages, it's less like hardcore studying grammar, more like their brain's just doing what it does naturally.
Okay, so the earlier we introduce languages, the more we're tapping into that natural ability. But then this article also really stresses be consistent. And that's where I think a lot of parents get tripped up, right?
Yeah, it's easy to feel like you need to be, fluent yourself, speaking perfectly all the time. But really, even short bursts of exposure make a difference. Think mealtime. Puedes pasar la leche, por favor. Easy, natural.
Love that. Making it part of daily life, not some big extra thing, which actually I think that ties into the next tip about exposing kids to native speakers. Now, not everyone can jet off to like Spain every week.
Right, but think play dates with bilingual families, online language partners, even just age-appropriate foreign cartoons. Every bit counts.
And suddenly it feels way more doable, right? It's not this huge mountain to climb. It's about finding those little ways to weave language into their world.
Exactly. And when you make it fun, it doesn't even feel like learning anymore.
Speaking of fun, this article wraps up with make it fun, which, like, duh, but also genius.
Right, because when kids are engaged, they stick with it. We're talking songs, games, stories. It all builds that positive connection to language.
And isn't that what we really want? Not just like little robots who can recite grammar rules, but kids who are excited about different languages and cultures.
Exactly. It's about raising these open-minded, adaptable little humans, ready for whatever the world throws at them. And who knows, maybe they'll even teach US a thing or two along the way.
Ooh, now that's a thought. So we've gone from brain science to Spanish dinner conversations.
A little bit of everything.
Exactly. But here's the real question we haven't touched on yet. Is it possible that those bilingual superpowers, they rub off on us parents too? Something to ponder. Thanks for diving deep with us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.